Hi, I'm James from The Sun, and today we're here in Twickenham ahead of the Six Nations clash at the weekend. And we're going to find out what it's like to live across the road from England's most iconic rugby stadium.
It's been great. We love our rugby and we love the atmosphere on Rugby Day. We're not too disturbed by the road closures or anything like that. So, yeah, and I make the most of our location. I sell food on an event day on the drive. I'm selling burgers and hot dogs. I normally have about 300 burgers and 150 hot dogs.
Wow.
And tea, coffee, chocolate, stuff like that. Well, we start to set up about 10, and I always stay open about an hour after the game, so you get the people coming out as well, and that's always quite good after because people are hungry and happy usually. So we stay open maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours afterwards, and then it's a 4:45 kick-off this week, so we probably won't be clearing up till about 8-9 o'clock in the evening, but it's good. Probably a back-to-back game last summer where I think there was New Zealand, South Africa on the Friday night, and that was just before the World Cup warm-ups. And then on the Saturday there was a Fiji game, I think. So back-to-back games. Do you want figures as well?
Yeah, possibly. Get rough figures, like
few thousand. Well, we normally have a rush about an hour before kick-off. Depends what time the kick-off is. Depends on the weather. Depends on which teams are playing. But yeah, it's normally a really successful day. There's about 10 events a year. There's some concerts maybe, but mainly rugby we do. So, but it's a great atmosphere, and we get lots of people coming back as well.
Close on 40 years. Yeah.
And when did you start doing the party?
A couple of years back, we had lots of our neighbours doing sort of local parking on their driveways, etc. So we thought we'd give it a shot. So occasionally we have people come along and park on the drive. They pay a nominal amount and they park. Sometimes for sort of a whole day and whatever. But we've had some really nice people come from long distances. You know, people from Devon, you know, all over the place. But families, young kids. Some really nice people we've had, yeah.
What's the sort of, what do people usually charge around here for parking?
Oh, it can vary tremendously. I mean, some people charge ridiculous amounts, other people nominal. You know, it varies considerably, but it's surprising actually. People still park in houses that charge ridiculous amounts. Yeah, I mean, some people can charge up to £500 a car we've seen, so I don't know how many bookings they get, but
yeah.
I'm sure people take it. You know, the thing is, when you look at the rugby crowd and the actual cars that some of them drive, you think to yourself, well, clearly, if you can afford to drive a car like that, you can afford to pay a few bucks to park on someone's drive.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
What kind of trade do you reckon you would do? How many pints would you go through in a day for a big game like that?
Oh, we're talking thousands. Yeah, we're talking in thousands of pints. So it's, I mean, somewhere between 4,000 to 5,000 pints maybe in a day.
God.
So yeah, it's pretty intense, but yeah, like we just stand here and smash it out, and they keep on drinking it.
What's it like working in a pub on match day?
It's intense from early hours. I remember times at the Crown how we used to go like in a couple hours through 4, 5, 6 kegs of Guinness. That is pretty much like 700 pints. So in 2 hours it was quite a lot. So,
wow.
But yeah, it gets really crowded. The pubs in here, the businesses, it's good for them to have these games in here.
Yeah.
They benefit from it.
Have you ever seen any bizarre things from the rugby crowd? Did people scrum out the front?
Yeah, you get scrumming out the front. I remember a Scotland game where we had a kilted man up on the window across over there. Had managed to climb up on the window ledge over there and was, well, let's just say there wasn't anything under his. He was traditionally dressed for a Scotsman in a kilt, and I was thinking, how are we going to get him off the window ledge? and then a bin lorry came by, and he stage dived straight off the window into the bin lorry, and we never saw him again. Who knows where he is, in the tip somewhere maybe. I presume he made it back home to Scotland, but yeah, I couldn't tell you.
Yes, it does. It does, and there's many people that they will come to Twickenham just to watch the rugby and to suck in the atmosphere of it. And they don't even have tickets. They just come in, suck the atmosphere, just enjoy it, go to the pubs, watch the rugby. And there's some, obviously, the other 80,000 will go to the stadium, really. But there's a lot of crowds that will pop into Twickenham just to absorb the atmosphere.
So you think it's a rugby is an all-round positive thing for the businesses in town?
It certainly is for the pubs. It certainly is for the restaurants. What it is for other businesses in town, maybe some of the shops maybe feel that maybe they don't get the same kind of footfall, but I know for pubs and restaurants, it's especially in these times, it's a lifeline for a lot of them.
What has it been like, over the years with the rugby crowd?
Honestly speaking, after COVID, all finished.
Really?
Yeah, after COVID, you can't, you are not enjoying even to doing business. Sometimes even I feel like next door people also, they are saying, why we put that much stuff is getting expired. People are getting frustrated now because they haven't any business. Many of things, people suffering a lot about where, money. So it's, anyways.
Have you ever had any trouble?
No,
No.
never. Because customer, even the rugby time also, the people are very, very nice.
Oh, good.
All the people are very nice, I can say, very friendly. They are very nice.
It's chaos around here on a big rugby day. I wouldn't say otherwise. And you try your best not to move around too much. You either stay in or you go out for the day. But, it's what it is. And the stadium's been here a long time. And it's, generally the RFU are pretty good for the local community.
So the positives outweigh the negatives.
I think so, most definitely. They do a lot for local schools and pubs and things, so yeah, I think there's a lot of positives.
So all in all, you think it's a positive thing?
I think so, and we wouldn't have bought this house if we didn't think it was a positive thing. And we love our rugby. If you don't love your rugby, then don't buy a house near Twickenham.